मेधां मे इन्द्रो ददातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विनावुभौ आधत्तां पुष्करस्रजाः आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुश्रोत्रमधुबलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणमस्तु तदात्मनि निरते यवुपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। प्रपूर्वगौ पूर्वजौ चित्रभानो गिरावाशं सामि तपसा ह्यनन्तौ दिव्यौ सुपर्णौ विरजौ विमानौ अधिक्षिपन्तौ भुवनानि विश्वा हिरण्मयौ शकुनीशां परायौ न सत्यदस्रौ सुनसौ वैजयन्तौ शुक्रं वयन्तौ तरसा सुवेम्ना वधिव्ययन्ता वसितं विवस्वतः ग्रस्तां सुपर्णस्य बलेन वर्तिकाम् अमुञ्चतामस्विनौ सौभगाय तावत्सुरत्सौ वनमन्तमायया वसत्तमागा अरुणावुदावहन् षष्ठश्च गावः त्रिशतस्य धेनवः एकं वत्सं सुवतीतं दुहन्ति नानागोष्ठा विहिता एकदोहनाः तावस्विनौ दुहतो घर्ममुख्यम् एकां नाभिं सप्तशता अराश्रिताः प्रधिष्वन्या विंशतिरर्पिता अराः अनेमिचक्रं परिवर्तिते अजरं मायास्विनौ समनक्तचर्षिणि एकं चक्रं वर्तते द्वादशारं षण्णाभिएकास्य मृतस्य धारं यस्मिन् देवा अधिविश्वे विषक्तास्ता तावस्विनौ मुञ्चतो मा विषीदतम् अश्विनाविन्दुममृतं स्तगा भूयो तिरोधत्तामश्विनो दासपत्नी हित्वा गिरिमश्विनौ गामुदाचरन्तौ तद्दृष्टिवक्ना प्रस्थितौ बलस्य युवां दिशो जनयधो दशाग्रे समानं मूर्ध्नि रथयानं वियन्ति तासां यातं ऋषयो अनुप्रयान्ति देवा मनुष्याश्चितिमाचरन्ति युवान् वर्णान् विकुरुध विश्वरूपान् ते अधिक्षिपन्ते भुवनानि विश्वा ते भानवो अपि अनुसृताश्चरन्ति अनुसृताश्चरन्ति देवा मनुष्याश्चितिमाचरन्ति तौ नासत्यावस्विनौ महेम सजञ्चया बिभृतः पुष्करस्य तौ नासत्यावमृता वृथा वृते देवास्तत्प्रपदेन सूते मुखेन गर्भं लभेतां युवानौ गतासुरे तत्प्रपदेन सूते सद्यो जातो मातरमत्तिगर्भः तावस्विनौ मुञ्चधौ जीवसेगाः स्तोतुं न शक्तोमि गुणर्भवन्तौ चक्षुर्विहीनः पथि सम्प्रमोहः दुर्गे अहमस्मिन् पतितोऽस्मि कूपे युवां शरण्यौ शरणं प्रपद्ये युवां शरण्यौ शरणं प्रपद्ये युवां शरण्यौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. Hearty fraternal greetings and good wishes to all the brothers and the sisters. In our understanding of the sublime concept of Aswins, we have made 3 dimensions or 5 dimensions clear to us. One is that they are the beginning of the beginning, meaning that which is beyond. When it is manifesting, it comes as two, as male, female principle. That is what is the twin principle, which is the basis for all further beginnings. And then it is the firstborn from the Brahman, from the state of Brahman to the state of male, female, God. And then in the third dimension is the magical colors relating to the twins that bring in variety of manifestations of colors and sounds. The third dimension that I mentioned to you was, the fourth dimension is that they are endless and eternal ones, Anantam, and then Divyo, the self-effulgent ones, and then Supernav. Supernav means the beings that are equal to each other in all its dimensions, in terms of strength, in terms of beauty, in terms of arrangement. The 2 wings of left and right are so completely equal that they balance the whole creation. So this equal aspect of the 2 wings is what is called Suparna. The left and the right wings at all dimensions. Just like we have the day and the night. The day and the night, they do equal good work. It's not only the day, the night is also needed for the fauna and flora to be born on the earth, for home to be built. The night energies are extremely essential. So it is as much working with the night hours as it works with the day. Likewise, it is like as much the ascending moon phase of 15 days and the descending moon phase of 16 days. Likewise, there is the northern coursing of the sun and southern coursing of the sun at the rate of 6 months a year. So these functionings, alternating functioning, the 2 principles that alternate, they are equally alternating. Therefore, everything in creation is set in balance. The spirit and the matter, they are balanced. The left and the right are balanced. The divine and the diabolic are balanced. The high and the low, they are balanced. All is in balance, which is represented by the four-armed cross, where all the arms are equal. Where the arms are equal. That is what is called samatva, samana, samatva. Meaning, in that balance, all agree. Meaning, the high and the low agree, and then the left and the right agree. Normally, when such a situation prevails, it is called to be the state of yoga. A yogi is neither too high in his awareness, nor is he too low in his awareness. He resides in the heart center. Thereby, to him the three lower centers and the three higher centers are equally, they are equidistant. And then he ensures that the three higher centers relate to the three lower centers appropriately. And then he is also in the middle of the right and the left in the heart. He is neither oriented, he is neither left-winged or right-winged. He is neither too high nor too low, and he moves everywhere with much facility with this kind of equanimity. There is equanimity at every center, like the equanimity between the two brains, the equanimity between, which is called Sahasrara, the equanimity between the two eyes, which is called Ajna, the equanimity between the two vocal cords, which is called the Visuddhi, whereby speech is not extremely spiritual oriented, nor it is extremely mundane oriented. It's a happy admixture of the two. It's like coffee decoction and the milk appropriately mixed, or coffee and sugar appropriately mixed. If anything is more than the other, you don't get the right taste. Likewise in creation, the best taste is when things are equal, when there is equanimity prevailing. That equanimity is the fundamental dimension of the Aswins, which is explained by the law of alternation, law of pulsation, and then the cosmic principle of male-female being equal. At all levels they are equal, and in the whole there is a state where all is equal. While vertically from in the cerebrospinal column there are central points at every state. Each center again, each plane has its own center, and all these centers are linked in a yogi. That's why he stands in any plane of existence in the center of it. That is what we call the golden mean principle, golden middle principle. Be it at work, he is not at hyperactivity, nor is he at hypoactivity. In speech also, he is not he is not talkative, and he is not mum. He appropriately uses this speech. Likewise, in anything, it is all just appropriateness. The golden middle principle, be it with speech, be it with touch, be it with sight, be it with hearing, be it with taste, everything the middle point. At the middle point, you get the best of the taste relating to any dimension in creation. That is what is said when we say super now. The one with wings which are equals. Just like the right shoulder and the left shoulder, they are equal. Meaning you are not like this, you are not like this. Just to give you an example, in anything, equator equal, vertical levels, and in any dimension you are at the center of it. That becomes possible when we have the balance of the opposing currents. That's why the dawn and the dusk are considered most important. The night and the day meet there during the dawn hour, and again the day and the night meet in the dusk hour. The two meet. Where the two meet, that is the junction point. That's why all junction points are of great importance. As I spoke of the threshold yesterday, it is the point where the outer and the inner meet. Likewise, in us there is the threshold where the outer man and the inner man meet. So this kind of meeting of two variant energies, they have an agreement at a point. For example, in numbers there is a middle point. If there are 3 numbers, the middle point is 2. Isn't it? If there are 5 numbers, the mid number is 3. If there are 7 numbers, the mid number is 4. Since there are 9 numbers, 5 becomes the mid number. So in a given situation, you always have to relate to the midpoint. In Om, the midpoint is U. A, U, Ma are the 3 sounds. So which is the midpoint? U is the cementing factor between A and Ma. A and Ma are bridged by U. Like father and son are bridged by this. Father and mother are bridged by this son. See, because in the son there is father as well as the mother. For example, if a couple, the male and the female, if they are at variance and they have different viewpoints, the one who can best reconcile the two is the son. Because in the son there is the father, there is also the mother. In the father, there is as much, in the son, there is as much the father as there is the son. So when the son speaks, both are willing to listen. The lady and the man may not agree with each other, but when the son listens to the parents and then when he speaks, both of them find a common ground in the son. That's why the son is said to be in the midpoint, and he provides the energies of the father and the mother. Son of God is such a dear situation where he represents the mother energies, he also represents the father energies. He is with the material, he is also with the spirit. That's how this middle principle, everywhere the middle principle. That middle principle is what is called Suparna. There is a very elaborate hymn in Veda dedicated for the Suparna, meaning the well-winged one. The well-winged one. The wing, Su means well or good, Parna means wings. When a tree is growing, there is a point at which it branches out. If it branches out either way, then the tree can stand. If it branches out only in one way, it is bound to fall. Isn't it? Likewise, we in creation have to find that balance at every level. At all planes, when balance exists, that is called yoga. That is called yoga. And there is the balance, this balance has to be seen in respiration, you have to see the balance. Inhalation and exhalation, which are called prana and apana, they shall have to be balanced. When prana and apana are equated, what prevails is samana. Samana. Likewise, there are other two pairs of pulsations like vyana and udana. When they are equated, it is again samana. So samana principle, pranic principle, is at the heart, which reconciles prana and apana, vyana and udana. That's the best state. That's the best state. Likewise, if you take the 5 sons of light, which we speak in Mahabharata, the middle principle is Arjuna, number 3. He is the third one. That's why he is considered to be the optimum of the 5. There are 2 elder and 2 younger, and in him all agree. fifth principle. So this is how everywhere you will try to see the middle principle. In a group also you have to find the person in whom all agree. The person in whom all agree is the person who balances the group. When there are, say, about 11 persons, not all need to agree with each other. Not all need to agree with each other. But if you find a person who has the energies of all which can be reconciled in him, such a person is the most agreeable person in the group. That's how in numbers, in colors, in the fundamental colors of red, blue and yellow, blue is the agreeable color. The primary colors are red, blue and yellow. Red stands for first logos, blue stands for second logos, yellow stands for the third logos or the creator. Between the three, the reconciling factor is the two. In anywhere, you have to find the midpoint. When you are at the midpoint, you are at that energy which is called Suparna. Suparna. The most high placement is not such a good placement. The most high placement is not a good placement. It is contrary to the most low placement. Like the North Pole and the South Pole. North Pole is the most high for the planet. South Pole is the most low for the planet. At either place it's not very easy to live. What is the midpoint? The equator is the midpoint. If you are around the equator on the planet, you are at comfort. That's how it is. The best of life is available in that belt around the planet, which is around the equator, which is called the tropics, where you have adequate light, adequate rain, adequate summer, adequate winter, and all variety of fruits, all variety of vegetables, all varieties of trees. They're all very well grown in that belt. Their belt. Why? Because it represents the Suparna part of the planet. For us, the Suparna part of the planet is in the heart but not in the navel. For the Atlanteans, it was the navel. If you take to the old commentaries, they speak of navel as the center. But now the central point is shifted from navel to heart. So therefore, it's not that you are more with the head nor with the belly. You are in between. That is the heart. When you are at the heart, that's why all Upanishads, they speak of heart mostly. Mostly. So that's how we have to understand this dimension of Suparna, which is a golden middle principle. And that is what the Aswins, they hold. They hold the two in balance. It so happened once in Andhra Pradesh, there was a great worshipper of the mother. He went on worshipping the mother. The mother gave her presents and said, "What do you want?" And then the devotee said, "Please give me what is best for me." Then he said, "This is wisdom. This is spiritual wealth. This is material wealth. Which one do you want here?" Then the devotee said, "Can't it be both? Can't it be both?" It can be. Normally people want a lopsided, they make lopsided choice. But here this devotee said, Can it not be both? Can I not have both? The mother was doubly pleased. He said, you are the right one to whom both can be given. So he had as much spiritual splendor as he had the material splendor. If I said, which hand do you give away, right hand or left hand? If you are to give away, which you don't wish, left hand has it, shoulder has its use, right hand has its use. If someone says, give me an eye, the right eye or the left eye, would you be willing? Both are needed. Choosing one for the other is not wisdom. Choosing the both, the best of the both. You need to choose the best of the both, which is embedded in the center. That's where even the four-armed cross, its center is very important. Don't relate to the arms of the cloth, the cross. Relate to the center of the cross, from where there is the emergence of the left and the right and the high and the low. Therefore, that is what Suparna teaches us. And we have to be aware of the Suparna dimension in any aspect of life. You should not go too far with anything, nor should you neglect any dimension. All dimensions have to be at their optimum. That is what Master CVV says, all-round development, all-round development. All-round development, all-around development. That is the one that holds everything. So that is Suparna. Then comes another dimension of Aswins, Virajau. Virajau means untouched by the nature. Untouched by the nature. Untouched by the dust, the atoms of nature. Because it is from them they emerge, the nature emerges. The eightfold nature emerges from awareness. And awareness emerges from existence. So existence and awareness, they stand beyond the nature. Beyond the nature. At the same time, even when they enter into the nature, they remain untouched. That's the beauty. In the nature also, they are not mingled with nature. They are not mingled with nature. The awareness and the existence, they remain in a very poised state in you, from out of which there is the dynamism. It is from that dynamism all matter starts manifesting. And it is supported by inertia. Inertia and dynamism, Rajas and Tamas, that is what we call. When Rajas is in activity, then you are touched by matter. And the fundamental dimension of Rajas is desire. The fundamental of Rajas is desire. As long as there is desire, there is the touch of nature. That's why a person like Buddha, he says, stay beyond desire. Staying beyond desire enables you to stay in a state which is called a state of liberation. Liberation from nature's conditioning. Nature's conditioning emerges when there is desire. Desire for anything. Desire for wisdom is also a desire. Desire for magic is also a desire. Desire for some powers and some siddhis is also a desire. What is the desireless state? The desireless state is to be. To be. Beingness. I am, that and that I am. That's why it is the ultimate. In that state, there is no play of the qualities. When there is the play of qualities, there is the touch of the nature. We are all touched by nature and drawn by nature, and we are bound by nature, and we are twisted 8 times, that's how it says. Twisted 8 times. 8-fold twist that we go through. And we have to unwind these 8 twists. We are at the 9th and 10th state, there is beingness. There is beingness. Beingness is joy by itself, bliss by itself. And those who realize beingness, they would like to be, and even when they are drawn into action, they complete the work and they again tend to be. Tend to be. For example, if you see the story of any initiate, when they are at work, they get into the work with beingness as the fundamental bedrock, and then conduct and get back to beingness. Every time Jesus did an act of healing or an act of teaching, immediately after that he used to withdraw. When he is withdrawn, no one knows where he used to be. He is with himself. He is with himself. He is not always surrounded by people. When there is an act to be done of healing or of teaching, he was getting in. When the work is done, he is coming back, and in that beingness he lived as that I am. That I am is the fundamental abode of beings who are realized. They don't live in thought, they don't live in desire. They live as that I am. And that I am is the sound, the heart trumpets. Soham. So to be that I am and not with desire. And see, among the 3 qualities which we speak of, poise, dynamism and inertia, sattva, rajas and tamas. Even sattva, he suffers the vulnerability to be touched by nature. You are proximate to nature's conditioning when you are at poise. You know why? The inherent quality of poise is desire for comfort. The desire for comfort is also a desire. So therefore, eliminate desire and be comfortable. Eliminate desire and be comfortable. If you propose comfort to yourself, you are already in comfort. But if you are looking for comfort, there is no end to comfort. There is no end to comfort. Suppose you are offered a chair to sit. There is always a better chair that offers better comfort to the body, isn't it? Any chair is comfortable if you have the psyche settled in comfort. If the psyche is settled in comfort, it is at comfort regardless the surroundings. Such ones are at comfort at all times. They are in the palace, they are at comfort. They are in the village hut, they are comfortable. They are under the tree, they are comfortable. That's how the seers demonstrate that comfort is a dimension of your psyche, not the material comfort. Comfort in the body, comfort in the body is possible when you have that kind of a psyche. It's not the body that gives comfort, it's your psyche that gives comfort. Psychically, if you are at comfort with yourself, everything around is comfortable. Psychically, when you are not at comfort, anything cannot give you comfort. So, this untouched by nature, untouched by desire. So, to be is the fundamental quality of the being, beingness. To be comfortable is again a desire. To be comfortable. See how much we lose our energy in hunting for comfort. Comfort for bed, comfort for everything we increased our longing for comfort. Today, the technology relating to bathrooms is far higher than what it was before. Isn't it? The technology, the comfort in the toilet, the comfort in the bathroom, the comfort of shower. So these comforts, they condition us. The comfort for bed. When a seer visited a king, the seer was known for his knowledge. Was so known all over for knowledge. When he visited the king offered the best of the comforts. But the seer said, comfort is your own attitude. Comfort is your own attitude. It's not the bed. It's not the room. It's not the weather. And he just slept away on the floor. He just slept away on the floor. There's a beautiful stanza about it in Bhagavatam, which we are taught in childhood. And in due course of time, we tend to forget it now. He says, don't we have the beautiful plane of earth on which we can lay down? Kamaniyam bagu bhumi bhagamul lekunnave padi undutaku dudi parupuleyala. Right? Meaning, do you need the cushioned beds for sleep? If you get sleep, you just sleep, that's all, wherever you are. If you don't get sleep, the cushioned bed does not give you sleep. Sleep is not dependent upon any outer comfort. Sleep is dependent upon the psychical comfort. A man who is comfortable with his own psyche, just in a split second he gets into sleep and even opens his mouth to give an idea that he is gone. He is gone. But there are others who toss from left to right, right to left, and all kinds of things. The sleep does not come. You have the best bed. There are water beds, there are air beds, there are all kinds of beds, there are spring beds, there are cotton beds, there are foam beds. They don't assure you sleep. They don't assure you sleep. The hunt for comfort is the quality of poise. That's why the statement in the scriptures is, if you wish to be comfortable, just propose to be comfortable, that's all. Don't run after things for comfort. సుఖంగా ఉండాలనుకుంటే సుఖంగా ఉండటమే అన్నారు మాస్టర్. సుఖం కోసం ఏం దొరకదు. To be at comfort is the fundamental ruffian according to Master Jalkod, Master Jwalkul speaks of 9 ruffians on the way. The first one he speaks is comfort. The first one. The first triangle he speaks of the ruffians is comfort, money and sex. The desire for comfort, the desire for money and the desire for sex. These 3 are the fundamental ruffians. The next ruffians are ambition, fear and then anxiety. Ambition, fear. I hope we don't have all this. The third triangle of ruffians is pride, prejudice and jealousy. Pride, prejudice and jealousy. So you need to overcome these ruffians on the way if you wish to be in light. Money, sex and comfort is the fundamental. It relates to physical plane, conditioning. Physical plane conditioning is with money, sex and comfort. Emotional plane conditioning is ambition, fear and anxiety. Mental plane conditioning is pride, prejudice and jealousy. So 3 times in each plane, in 3 planes you have 9 ruffians. Only when you overcome these 9 ruffians, you are at comfort with you. So, would you like to add some more, Joseph? So then, coming back to this principle of Virajao. Virajao means untouched by these 9 ruffians, you are Viraja. That is the name given to the river Ganges by the seers, Viraja Nadi, the river Viraja. Viraja means it doesn't give you the sting for desire. It cleanses you of the sting of desire. Desire for anything. That's how it was seen. But all those who take a dip in the river, when they come out again, they are normal. They are like before. So one seer, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he was asked, it is said by seers that if you take bath in the river, if you dip in the river, you are completely washed of all your desire in all the 3 planes and you are clean. But how is it that when we come out of the river, that we remain again as before? Then Ramakrishna said, when you are in the river, the principle of desire doesn't touch you. It evades at the bank. So when you go to the bank, again the desire comes and touches you. So try to be in the river all the time, he said. So how to be in the river all the time? Then he explains the river is inside, moving. See, there is a downward flow of energies and there is an upward flow of energies. And it is a cyclical process of downward flow and upward flow. We remain in it. The downward flow is called Ga. The upward flow is also called Ga. Ga stands for movement. So Ganga means it is the movement of downward and upward flow of the energies of awareness. The flow of awareness is from head to Mooladhara, from Mooladhara to head. Be in it, then you are untouched by the eightfold nature. What is important for us here is Viraja. Viraja means as we awaken, are we touched by desire? Are we touched by goodwill? That's the question. The moment we think what we desire, what we want, you are touched by nature. As we awaken as we are awakened in the morning, when we recollect what we want, you are touched by nature. Because that is where the rajas springs. And then you are pushed into the eightfold nature. But if you wake up in the morning and you think, what am I to do? What am I to do? Not for you, but for others. That's what one of these quotes I give. Replace self-will by goodwill. Replace self-will, which is selfish. Replace it by goodwill. What am I to offer today? Every day is an opportunity to offer something to the surroundings, not to gather from the surroundings. If you are trying to offer to the surroundings, you remain in a viraja state. If you are in a state of receiving all the time from the surroundings, you are in a raja state. Rajas. So the word Raja also comes from Rajas. Raja means the king. The king is full of Rajas. But fortunately, he carries along with him the guru or the prophet or the initiate or the priest. See, in olden times, the priests were conducting the kingdoms. The priests were conducting kingdoms because a priest means a wise man who doesn't need anything for himself. Doesn't need anything. A true wise man is one who doesn't need anything for himself, he is for others. That's why his name in Sanskrit is also Purohita, meaning the one who cares for the welfare of the Pura, city, or the kingdom. So when you care for the welfare of the being surrounding, your state is beyond this triangular qualities. When you care for yourself, you are already into the triangle. The moment you care for you, you are into the triangle. When you care for others, you are above the triangle. That is a simple technique. Simple technique. But all simple things are difficult, you know. They are seemingly simple, but we are trained otherwise. We are trained. We are trained otherwise. Therefore, it is not any more simple. So here the Aswins, they are by nature, they are for others. They have nothing for themselves. They have nothing for themselves, they are only for others. What a prestigious status that they are for others, not for them. Did not Jesus say, don't weep for me, weep for yourself? He said, there is no need to weep for him because he knows what is happening with him. He is for others. He is for others and he is eternal. He joined eternity. We are for ourselves, so we cannot join eternity, we keep dying. That's the difference. So this dimension of Viraja is the fundamental dimension of male-female God. Male-female energy are the Aswins. They don't need anything. But they are the ones from whom everything comes out. So, when you need something, then you need it to be guided by some other. Isn't it? That's why in the original governance of humanity, the initiates were governing. When the initiates govern, they govern for the welfare of the beings, they don't care for themselves. That's why even in the Jewish system, if you see, originally there were prophets, there were no kings. Later, in the process of involution, there were kings and the prophets. And the kings were guided by the prophets. As long as a king is guided by the prophet, the kingdom is in good order. Why? Because the king is always moderated by the prophet, that he won't work for himself. He won't amass wealth for himself. He won't build palaces for himself. He won't try to have as much jewelry for his lady as possible. All those ignorant games would not happen when you are under the direction of a prophet. Slowly the prophets were elbowed out, because to the king it was not comfortable with this kind of prophet alone, who just moves around with a robe on him, that's all. What is this personification of a prophet? A robe and a staff, that's it. ఒక గంగలు కప్పుకొని ఒక కర్ర పట్టుకుని నిలబడతాడు అంతే కదా. సో టు హిమ్ ఇట్స్ వెరీ, ది ఎంటైర్ నేచర్స్ వెల్త్ ఈజ్ అవైలబుల్ టు ది కింగ్, అండ్ దిస్ మ్యాన్ ఈజ్ ఎ ఫిల్టర్ ఫర్ హిమ్. సో హీ స్లోలీ ఎల్బోడ్ హిమ్ అవుట్. సో therefore prophets became distant. That's why we have the priest system and the kingly system. But slowly, as the involution came through, even the priests turned out to be like kings. They built their own empires, isn't it? They built their own empire. They have their own pomp. They also have palaces. A palace for king, a palace for the pope. What is it? That is Kali Yuga. There may be a palace for the king, but the prophet should remain away from the activity of people and available in the nearby places where he makes a very humble living, available for advice. Available for advice. So when they are distant, the kings played their own game. And that is what we have today in a different manner. Why I am saying this is, Raja means desire. A man who is very desirous, we say in Telugu and in Sanskrit, he has a lot of rajas in him. But చాలా రజస్సు ఉంది. ఎంత రజస్సు ఉంటే అంత తిరుగుతూ ఉంటాడు, అంతే ప్రపంచంలో పడి పూసుకుంటూ ఉంటాడు. When you are in rajas, you are involved into nature. You become a helpless victim of nature. And when you sink into nature, then the game is endless, because you always want something. There is always something, and you are restless. When you have something to be gained all the time from nature, there is unrest in you. Therefore, you are into a hyperactivity to go on gathering things, gathering experiences. You have to go everywhere on the planet if there is a holiday to see what it is, isn't it? We have to go everywhere, we have to see everything. If anything new comes up in this town also, you have to go and see that. We should see every new movie. We should go to every new mall. We have to buy every new brand, isn't it? This is all rajas. But viraja, remember this, viraja. Viraja is the state of pure awareness in which the Aswins are, and is what they supply when you regularly relate to them. When you regularly relate to the Aswins, meaning the existence and awareness in you, your instinct for desire is gradually neutralized. Otherwise, you are into an endless game of desiring one thing or the other, including desiring wisdom. Wisdom unfolds from within. It doesn't have to be desired. If you stay within, that state of suparna which I said. Suparna is the state of equipoise. Things come to you. Teachers come to you. You don't have to go to teachers. You have already seen in the books that when the time is ripe, the teacher appears, isn't it? Appears. So you don't have to run for anything in this world. The entire treasure is with you, in you, and that treasure includes wisdom as well. So this dimension of beingness has existence awareness. Awareness relating to existence is what most ideal situation, and that is the one who is in it is called a Brahmarshi. A Brahmarshi. You may be hearing the names of Vasistha. He is a Brahmarshi. Lord Maitreya comes from that lineage of Vasistha. Vasistha, Vedavyasa, Parashara, Shakti, Vasistha. That's how the hierarchy of. They believe in beingness. If you are placed in time at a place, there, through you, the Aswins start working, you don't have to work. It's a beautiful state. Vasistha means the one who knows best how to be. Vasu means to be. Vasistha means the most sublime way of beingness. That's what he is. And so many things happen through him. Why? Because the awareness functions unimpeded through them. Because he becomes such a neutral being that everything works through him. The stories of Vasistha are very interesting. So also another Brahmarshi whom we call Master Jupiter or Agastya. Agastya is also of the same stature. That's why Mitra, Varuna, which are the names of the Aswins, at a solar plane they are called Vasistha and Agastya. They are the mediums, they are the channels for transmission of this energy. If you wish to gain beingness, which puts you beyond the eightfold nature, you have to associate with the beings who are in that state of beingness at all times. Then you are no more in Rajas. You are no more in Rajas. And these Agastya and Vasistha at the solar plane and cosmic plane, their representatives are on earth, which we have the ashram of Lord Maitreya, which is in Himalayas, and the ashram of Master Jupiter in Nilgiris, from where CVV emerged. So that's how, when you know the importance of Aswins, you see that there is energy in the south, there is an energy in the north. Both these energies carry the two dimensions of Aswins. That's why they are the complete ashrams. That if you see the book on Aquarian Master, as early as in 93 I wrote these dimensions. These are the ones who lead you to be. When you are in that state of beingness, the plan flows through you. The plan flows through you. When you are into a desire to do something, you are not in the neutral state. You are not in the neutral state. The desire to serve the plan should be replaced by the desire to be. If you stay put in your beingness, the plan works out through you. This is a second systemic existence, and therefore the most predominant ray is the second ray. It's not first ray. Doing is, your doing would limit the work, but if you let the thing to happen, it tends to be unlimited. You become a pipeline to the unlimited reservoir from which the energies flow. For a doer, each time he has to collect a jug of energies into his being and then keep distributing. Every time collect a jug of water and give it to people. It's a very strenuous process. It's a very strenuous process that every time you bring a glass of water to your hand. But the secondary method is you give a connection to everyone where into you it flows. It's like having a tap. Through the tap, you continuously receive water. If you are carrying like this, it is limited. But the tap fills bottles like this by hundreds or even by thousands, isn't it? Why? Because it is connected to an unlimited reservoir. That's where this Suparna and Viraja, they are the principles that give you the inspiration to be in that flow of awareness which is happening from your Sahasrara to Muladhara. When you are in it, it itself functions through you and you can be a witness. That witnessing is the best part of a student of meditation. Witness. As things happen, you also witness. As the speech happens, you also witness. You don't have to prepare the entire night, make notes, and then look to notes and all. Just open the tap up there, it keeps on flowing. That's the facility when you link up to an unlimited source. To link up to unlimited source, here they say is, get away from looking for you, just be. It works out for you. It requires courage to let it happen. It requires courage to let it happen. We only put our fingers in it to burn them, to burn our fingers. Let the fire do its work. Why do you put your hands in? That's the secondary comfort. So this is one dimension relating to the twins, that they are Virajau and then Vimanau. Vimana means the aeroplane is called Vimana, meaning the flying intelligences. It's a flying intelligence. They fly. Like the electrical lines you find in Aquarius, the two electrical lines. They are ever flying ones. So they fly everywhere and permeate everywhere. Permeate everywhere. And then Vimana also means, Mana means measure. Vimana means they have what you call a very highly complicated measures with them by which they prepare the whole universe. Different measures. They divide the time into seconds, minutes, hours, quarter of the day, the week, the fortnight, the month, the year. Like that there is divisions of time it makes with different measures. Likewise they also make different measures in terms of the proportions. The wings of the birds, they carry differently proportioned feathers. And they are so very, very, very well arranged. It's not that there is a big feather followed by a short, a small feather. It's not haphazard. When you make the garlands, there is a way to make them in an order from big flowers to small flowers. Like that, the entire creation, they are the ones who give the measures. They are that is the meaning of mitras. Measures. It is the meters. They decide the meters. The meter for the earth. The earth has its own rotation and it has its time. Upon earth also there are different meters for different species. Lifespan for a man, there is a meter. Lifespan for an animal, it is different. Lifespan for a tree, each tree has a different lifespan and it maintains the same all the time. Lifespan for an ant, lifespan for a mosquito, lifespan for a snake, lifespan for a bull, everything has a measure and it goes by that measure. Can you imagine? Who decided these measures? A small feather, slightly bigger feather and different feather. Even on earth we have different lifespans and different expressions. For a dog it's about 14 years. For man it is 7 times more than a dog. Isn't it? 98 years. 7 times 14. Likewise, if you see, now that you have the facility of internet, you can look to the lifespan of any species. The cobra changes its body every 7 years. So like that, a coconut tree has greater lifespan. A banana tree has a short lifespan. So each has its lifespan well decided. And in that species there is a measure of lifespan. Not only that, even in this species there are proportions decided. In a human form, what should be the measure of the head? A head of, say, of this size over a body won't be very proportionate, no? The proportions relating to the head, vis-a-vis the trunk, and the proportions of the hands, the proportions of the legs, the proportion of the forehead, the proportion of the ears, the proportion of the eyes, the nose, the mouth. We are all given ideal forms. Due to our ignorance, we distorted our forms, that's all. When the original image was made, it was very beautiful, it was completely proportional. That is what you today display as Da Vinci's proportion. He could visualize and he gave the proportion. If you are in tune with that proportion, your body is in tune with the architect of the universe. He prepared in a very proportionate manner. Normally other species, they have their proportions. Every bird has its proportions. Every class of bird has its proportions. All parrots have similar proportions. All cranes have different proportions to parrot, but they have their proportion. A crane has a long beak, isn't it? A parrot has a different, short, beautiful beak. An eagle has a different dimension. A crow has a different dimension. A sparrow a different dimension. You don't see out of dimension species. Likewise, these proportions are decided by them, by the metrical division, the cyclical division, 2 dimensions. Metrical division, which is called Chandas, cyclical division, which is called Kalpa. These are the 2 keys to Veda. They are the 2 keys to Veda. The earth moves around the sun in such and such a time. But it is not so for Venus. And it is different for Mars, isn't it? And still different for Mercury and Jupiter, Saturn. Everything has its own cyclical movement. They don't change. For a change, Venus would not move like Earth. For a change. For us, for a change, we do everything, isn't it? We want to do others' work. To us, our work is boring. So we want to do others' work. Saturn does Saturn's work. Jupiter does Jupiter's work. Saturn doesn't say, shall I do your work? Like that. Jupiter also doesn't say to Venus, let me move faster like you take to a slow speed. 12 years is its cycle for Jupiter, but for Venus it is less than a year. So these rhythms in relation to time, in relation to lifespan of species, this is what is seen as the wings of the bird. It's a very beautiful conception by the Vedic seers. They said, if you wish that in you, see, it's okay with the universe, but in you, if you wish these proportions are to be restored, they are the bosses. To restore the proportions in you, to restore the meter in you, to restore the rhythm in you, they are the ones who preside over all. Not only we, even the Devas. Because all are subsequent to them. The cosmic system, the solar system and planetary system, they are all given different measures, different meters. The different meters are called Vimana. Visishtamana. Mana means measure. Visishtamana meaning very special measures for very special situations. Very special measures for very special situations. So the beings, according to their evolution, their forms have different measures. We basically, when we really ideate, we see tremendous profundity in all this. Otherwise, everything looks the same. For a blind man, everything is the same. Everything is. And then the whole thing is divided by night and day, is another dimension. Ascent and descent, night and day, growth and recession, expansion, contraction. Expansion, contraction. So this way of causing the measures is a dimension relating to the Aswins, which is called Vimana. So that's how we have covered Suparna, Viraja, Vimana today. Suparna, Viraja, Vimana. Yesterday afternoon, I am only recapitulating so that it registers with us. We covered Divya, meaning self-effulgent. It's only their effulgence which is with all of us, with everything in creation. Self-effulgence. And then Ananta, the endless, eternal aspect of all beings. Of all beings. In fact, we existing as beings is due to the presence of that male-female principle as the pulsating awareness in us. We are no different from them. It's a grand picture and this is a micro picture. Micro picture. Ananta. And then I spoke to you magical suns, Chitrabhanu. Magical suns with varieties of colors. And without color there is no contrast in creation. So all is white. You don't see anything. You don't see anything if all is white. The contrast makes you see, and the color enables to experience better. So Chitrabhanu, they created this whole creation full of colors. It's a very colorful creation. It's not a black and white movie. In earlier times we used to have black and white movies. But now it is color movies, which is more in tune with nature. In a black and white movie, you don't see the color of the tree, you don't see the color of the flower. But in a colorful movie, upon a green tree there is a white flower or a yellow flower. The contrast, it has a magical impact on us. So that's another dimension. I don't want to get back again into it. Magical suns. Sun is magic. He gives all colors. So then I spoke about the firstborn ones. From this so-called non-existence, the two emerge. They are the firstborn. Purvajam. And then Prapurvagau, meaning they are there even before they are born. This is a beautiful dimension actually. They are there even before they are born. So are we. So are we. You should know that. Whatever is with Aswins is with us. We are the unborn ones. Because even before we are born, we are there. Even before the creation came, we are there. You may not be listening to it frequently in the books. That's the truth. If you see Purusha Suktam, you know that. It's like opening. See, you will all be in the veranda before 9:30, isn't it? Yesterday when I came, all were almost in the veranda. So you were waiting for what? Once the door is open, all have gone inside, isn't it? Like that, this Creator, whom we call the Creator, He opened the door and all the beings who are in non-existence have come into existence. డబ్బా తెరిస్తే అన్ని బయటకు వచ్చేసారు అంతే. That's what the Creator was told. Don't think you are creating. Don't fall into the glamour that you are creating the beings. You are not creating the beings. They are there already. All that you do is you open the door. They will all come out. And you give forms. Forms are to be created. The Creator and his band of Devas, they prepare the forms, but they don't create the beings. Not all theologians speak of it. Not all theologians speak of it. Beings are as eternal because they are also unborn. And when the creation is made, they get into it. It's like we are building a school, we are not giving birth to children for the school. Our Navanitam is running a school. He will take you there. He has not given birth to the children of the school, which is impossible for him. To create 400 children for the school is not possible. What did he do? He built a school. Creator built a creation into which the beings are all released. So we, the beings, are so the entire thing is applicable to us. This I wanted to say at the end of the first sloka. We are there even before the creation. We were there in the previous creation. When the previous creation went into dissolution, we are all taken into that kind of a pitch darkness, and we were in a sleepy state. And then we awoke and we wanted to come out. It is only on our demand the creation is made. It is by public demand facilities are created now. A school is built for the children. A creation is built for the beings. This prayer hall is built on demand for those who wish to listen. Isn't it? Or who wish to do prayers and worship. So it's all created on demand. What is created is through nature the forms are created, but the beings are eternally there. So you are there even before the beginning of the creation. And you are that is what is Prapurvagam. That is Purvajam. Meaning you are the first ones to be born into the form. It's by your form is supported by you. You are the first one who gathered the ovum and then created the egg, and then without you it won't form. And then it slowly develops with all its limbs and comes out. So we are as well unborn ones. And we too have different colors with us. From Sahasrara to Mooladhara, all colors can be experienced and expressed. Then you have, and there is no end to us. We are always there. Eternal beings. Ananta. Then Divya, we are self-effulgent. Only thing is, enveloped in matter. We are self-effulgent ones, enveloped in matter. And then super now. Basically, we are balanced when we came. Somewhere on the way we lost it. So we are trying to regain it. Regaining our balance is our work. That is what we call paradise lost to be regained. And that is what is called return of the prodigal son. That's how it is. And then Virajao, the essential being is untouched by nature. It is we only on account of the desire that sprouted from us, we got entangled into nature. That's the story of Eva. The story of Eva is the state of being, the state of the being which is a pulsating awareness. It desired for something. So the desire makes you entanglement with the nature. But basically you need, your nature is beyond, your being is beyond the nature that is created. And therefore you are also Viraja. And then Vimano, we have different measures in us. With the Aswins, they create the measures. Here we remain in the measures, and we can maintain those measures, we can redress the measures with the help of the energy. And then the beauty of the Aswins is the last part of the sloka, which says, presiding over the universe with all its planes, you run it. Adit Shipanto, meaning Shipa means the bird. Shipanto means the birds. It's a double bird. Aswins. They preside over all that is created. Bhuvanani Vishwa. Bhuvana means the universe. Vishwa means the whole. Bhuvanani means with its different planes. Different planes constituting the universe. He is presided over by them. Presided over. He presides over them and then over the creation and conduct the creation. We too, when you gain mastery in your own being, you can preside over your creation. We can preside over our creation and not lost in our creation. We cannot be the slave of the life that we build. How can you be slave to that which you have built? Build a house and get conditioned by the house. Build a body and get conditioned by the body. Build properties and get conditioned by the properties. Build business and get conditioned by the business. Build professions and get conditioned by profession. Build relations and get conditioned by relations. Isn't it? We have the technology to preside over everything that has come out of us. That technology comes to us from the Aswins because we are also a part of them. But the problem is we have somewhere on the way left it. Therefore we are slave of everything. We are slave of the body, we are slave of the senses, we are slaves of the mind, meaning the thoughts. We are slaves of desires. And this slavery is on account of lack of knowledge and lack of understanding relating to our original status. Each one of us is a son of God, you know. To say there is only one son of God is only negating ourselves that status. Why should we, each one of us is a son of God? The difference is some realized it, some did not realize it. When you realize, you preside over your life, that's it. You are the master of your life. A master of life carries even the will to stay in the body according to the need, or leave the body when there is no need for the body. That's the master. And anything that comes out of him as activity, he won't be enslaved by the activity, he presides over it. And for Aswins, that is the basic functioning. Having created such an intricate creation, they preside over it. They are not, though they are into it. Presiding does not mean that you walk away from that which you have created. Many people, this sannyasa, detachment, a wrong philosophy of detachment. They run away from that which they create, go to forest. That is just accepting defeat. Stay where you are and preside over it. Stay where you are. You can be in thick of things and yet preside over it. You can be in the thick of the soup and yet float over it. That's how it has to be. This is what they do. They turn the whole creation. Just like people who are in the giant wheel. and people who run the giant wheel. It's only one man that runs the giant wheel. There are many who keep on moving in it up and down, up and down and up and down. So you too can be like the ones who turn the wheel. Your life you can turn. That's possible if you go deep into your own being and contact your beingness, which exists in this central vertical column. In that central vertical column, the Master himself is present, the Aswins are present. The male, female God is present. You get associated with him, you gain that knowledge. Then you can see what are the things that are conditioning us and how to stay unconditioned. The knowledge will come to you. So such are the Aswins whom I wish to contemplate upon. I wish to contemplate upon with worship Girava or Tapasa. Tapasa means I contemplate, and Girava means I also worship. Worship is with the voice. Contemplation is with the voice of silence. Asansami means I invoke. Today you will be supplied the text with the first sloka and also the second sloka in the morning. I could dictate to Sandip. So he will bring it, he is printing them now, 100 copies of first sloka and the second sloka with the sloka, the every word meaning and then the brief summary meaning of the sloka. So that whatever I say will become familiar to you. From tomorrow you can hold the paper, or from the afternoon you can hold the paper. So every sloka will be printed in 100 copies. So you can take one copy each and the others will be taken by the Indians. So like that we work with these dimensions of Mitra. Now I read again the entire sloka. Prapurvagau. I will not translate again, I will go back. If I should translate. Prapurvagau, Purvajau, Chitrabhanu, Anantau, Divyau, Suparnau, Virajau, Vimanau, Aditshipantau, meaning you preside, Bhuvanani Vishwa, the universe with all its planes. Such ones, Gira, and I worship. Va and Tapasa, I contemplate, and thus I invoke through contemplation and through worship, I invoke you into me. Asansami means it's invocation. I invoke the Aswins with all these qualities. This is how we start the first sloka. So every sloka is an invocation. So every time he doesn't say, I invoke, I invoke. At the end again he says. In the first sloka he says, and at the last sloka he says, I not only invoke, not only worship, I surrender to you. That's why he ends it. Ivam saranyau saranau prapadyalai. So that's how Vedavyasa ends it. Hopefully we reach that point in this seminar. They are 12 in number and we covered one in 3 sessions. The original plan is to cover one for every session. But it took 3 sessions to cover one. But still I don't lose hope. So, somewhere on the way it gets easier. It should get easier by itself. I neither push it nor pull it. It should happen by itself. That's how it happened in weekdays time in Bangalore, so it should also happen here. Isn't it? So that's the first sloka. We continue with the second sloka in the afternoon. And you will have a paper in your hand for the second sloka. And also get familiar with the first sloka. I am making them as simple as possible. Truly speaking, Sanskrit is very simple. Truly speaking. And it is full of so much knowledge. One word gives multiple dimensions. That's the beauty of Sanskrit. I should not praise too much before you, but Madam Blavatsky has written in Isis Unveiled, those who do not know Sanskrit cannot have complete knowledge. She said, I wish that blessed are those who can relate to Sanskrit. And she, with great effort, related to Sanskrit. Great effort. And she wrote it in Isis Unveiled. The knowledge is never complete unless you have knowledge of Sanskrit. And with that knowledge, when you read the scriptures, because that is the language of the Devas cultured by the seers. So I don't want to speak and make it and dispirit you. Neither Indians know. Please, you can be comfortable. Just because we are all Indians, don't think we know Sanskrit. I am cultivating the habit of learning the deeper meaning of the words relating to Sanskrit, which is called etymology. And those who know Sanskrit do not know in this profundity. They don't know. They have only a superficial understanding of the language, but not the etymological understanding of the language. Sanskrit, in it there is etymological key, there is astrological key. In it, in the word. We'll meet such things in the future slokas. Lot of astrology will also come. So thank you. See you soon in the afternoon. Namaskaram.